So yeah, we're going to do 52 weeks of like jam-packed information, applying things to increase your income, talking about increasing your passive income so you have the ability to give more, stay ahead of inflation, have financial peace of mind, be financially healthy and strong, right? So it's going to be 52 weeks of that. I'm going to talk about key points. We're going to do a little bit of brain dumping every week. I'm going to give you a challenge. We're going to focus on a challenge. I'm going to suggest some challenges, but then you guys are going to pick your challenge and what that's going to mean for you and how you're going to tone it to your level. We're going to incorporate business coaching, okay? Because there is so much to learn with business, taxes. Now we don't have to dress to impress because we just really want to fill our brains with things to advance financially so that we can pour into our communities, households, be the example for our children and our grandchildren, right? So we're going to do some brain dumping exercises. We're going to talk about turning active income into passive income. So every week it's going to be different, okay? We might talk about some relationship things just for a little bit. We might talk a little bit about time management and how that coordinates with money, right? Earn more in less time so that you can have more time freedom, right? So that's going to be 52 weeks jam-packed with that. So some of the review might be from the past stuff because we want to keep it in our brain, like to do it over and over and over and over again because we want to master our finances, right? We're going to master our finances this year, okay? And you guys can take this as you're building teams, as you're building coaching communities. You can take this and share this information with your teams or your coaching community, or you can invite them to do this, to be part of this group, however you want to do it. Right? However you want to do it, that's going to make it so that you can grow your business, that you can, okay? We're going to talk a lot about the drift, right? So the drift is, to me, this is why I drift. I'm not plugged into something like this. There's no getting around it. I can't just read books and I can't just watch things on YouTube. I have to be plugged into and be in the room and be talking with people who are actually like blazing a trail. And blazing a trail is going to look different for everyone. Okay. So blazing a trail sounds like this big fancy thing, but it's different for everyone. I sold a house to a woman that I felt like was a really, really modest house. Okay. Everything was done new, but it was a very, very modest. Some people would even consider it small house. And when they looked at this house and they bought the house, they said to me, Terry, I never in my whole life dreamed I could own a house like this. So we have permission to define that for ourselves, what that might look like. Okay. All right. So just a couple terms. Remember, consistent, and I'm going to commit to being consistent, means, and it's good to learn the terminology of the person who you're coaching with and the language, right? It's good to understand the language. We're going to talk about the language, even with how accountants would speak, attorneys would speak, terminology in business. We're going to start to get understanding of that so that when people talk, we know what they're talking about when we're listening to podcasts, listening to other trainings, when we're going to conferences, and when we're in a room. We can assess for ourselves what we want to apply and what's not going to work for us maybe right now, right? Okay, so consistency for us means 1 year. That's really important to define because how many people have saved consistently for at least a year, every single week? Debbie can say that she has. Christine can say that she has. Christine's not here now, right? But how many people can say that they did it for a whole year? That's consistent. For us, lifestyle means you've done it for at least 2 years. It is going to be hard for you to experience something for 2 years and then drift and not desire to go back to that better thing that you experienced, right? Having financial peace of mind, okay? So we're gonna do a little brain dumping exercise. You guys have a notebook and a paper and pen? Okay, so here's the brain dumping exercise, all right, for your finances. List all the ways that you currently have money coming in, okay? List all the ways that you currently have money coming in. I want you to think it doesn't matter if it's Social Security, if it's sales with something. I have some affiliate links, list all the ways that you have money coming in. Okay. Now we're going to define, now you can watch this video every year or 6 months from now and do this exercise. And it could be something different. Remember, that's what I always say. When you watch something, if you watch it a year later, it could be something different for you because of the experiences you have and how you might be bringing in money. So things might have shifted for you, right? And are different for you now. And that's okay. All right. So now I want you to write down all the ways that you'd like to be making money. Brain dump ideas of how you would like money to be coming in. Maybe not like right now, maybe a year from now. So for me, one of the things is I want money coming in from a retreat. I really want to do a retreat and a little conference. So I'm going to say that for the first time here, but I'm actually planning a retreat for 2023. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little seminar, like a conference seminar. So one of the days is going to be a conference seminar, and then 4 days, including that one day, so 3 extra days is going to be a retreat. And I'm only going to have 10 people available for the retreat. And then I'm going to limit the conference seminar to 60 days. But I said to myself, why not now? Right? Okay, so you list all the ways that you want money coming in. So now I want you to either put an A next to how you have money coming in or how you want the whole list. A for active or P for passive. Okay, so later on, this is brain dumping, but later on you can take a look at your list and you can organize it a little bit for yourself. In our workbook, we have that one page that says active, and you list down, something that you're doing in different ways that money's coming in for that. Okay, now I want you to just brain dump the dollar amount that's coming in from how you're making money for the year. Okay, so like for one of my affiliate programs, I had $7,000 come in last year. I think some of you guys have heard that. Woke me up a little bit because I said, where'd that money come from, right? So I want you to think about the ways you make money, how you want to make money, the dollar amount, and whether it's passive or active, okay? So some of you guys, you should have already, if you've been in this coaching community for a while, I've already created 4 different types of budgets. The debt-free, bare minimum budget, and it's a good time to revisit that too. If you're watching this later, you want to watch the replay later, it's a good time to create the debt-free bare minimum budget, your comfortable debt-free budget, your dream debt-free budget, and then your realistic budget. Okay, so it's good to revisit that if you haven't revisited that for a while, right? So now, what I want you to do is I want you to think about how much money you need to currently, so all this stuff is just exercises because we're just getting our mind to think about money, and we want to know that it's okay to think about money. Now, we don't want to be thinking about money all the time. We want to get our money straight. We want to master our finances so that when we are with our family or we're doing different things, we're focused on that. And money is not on our brain, right? Because we have systems set up and money is not an issue for us. So we don't want to be thinking about money all the time. We want to be thinking about money strategically and purposefully in blocks of time. And then we don't worry about it anymore unless it's that block of time. That's why we still encourage blocking out 2 hours a week to review your planner and 2 hours a week to review your finances. And if you're not making $150,000 in your passive income, I also want to encourage you to do something 15 or 20 minutes every day with your finances, okay?